I'm gonna start this off by saying I don't typically like roguelike games. Okay, just hear me out. The issue I've had with this type of genre is that it's never really clicked with me in a satisfying way. The whole concept of roguelikes is typically that you attempt to complete the game in a run where levels in said run are procedurally generated, meaning you'll never have the same experience twice. And that's pretty cool. But I also think it's this central theme of constantly dying that's put me off, as I've always found it difficult to stay motivated, especially if I felt I'd wasted a run. This wasn't until I picked up a game a lot of my friends have been talking about and have recommended, Hades. Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to the Lion's Lounge. Hades was developed by Supergiant Games, the same creators of amazing titles like Bastion and Transistor, and had been in early access since 2018, up until its full release in September of this year. And it's clear that they put a lot of heart into its development. Like, seriously, this game is beautiful. The character designs alone are just mwah. The locations you explore each feel unique, with the levels changing the higher up you go. From dark and somber blacks and greens at the bottom, to the frost-covered surface that quickly evaporates as you first see the sun. It's gorgeous. In Hades, you play as Zagreus, son of Hades himself, who's striving to escape from Hades, both the location and his father, in order to be reunited with his mother on the surface. A large majority of the main cast supports Zagreus' goal, whether outright or through their half-hearted attempts to prevent him from escaping. Like, even one of the bosses, Meg, clearly does not want to fight you, but is bound by her duty to prevent individuals from leaving the first layer, and so she has no other choice. And the god of death, Thanatos, will often help you battle against the horde of enemies summoned by Hades, in a feigned attempt at a competition, often wishing afterwards for Zagreus to stay safe. Other characters include your old friend and mentor Achilles, your foster mother Nyx, and the shy but kind Gorgon Dusa, who's obviously best girl and I will not accept any other answer. I can't even decide which character's design I like the most, as they're all unique. Like, if you told me this was a JoJo series set in a mythological Greek setting, I may have believed you. And it's not just the characters' appearances that feel varied, but their personalities as well. These feel like real people, and it's pretty incredible just how different each of their interactions with the main character are. As you make your way up the 4 main areas of Hades, you'll be able to earn boons offered by the gods of Olympus, who are helping Zagreus escape under the pretense that he's journeying to live among them. And these boons, combined with the infernal arms that you obtain, are the keys to the combat system of Hades. Boons grant you abilities that can drastically change your playstyle, from adding passive buffs to deflecting attacks to essentially poisoning your enemies, dealing damage over time. There's such a vast amount of combinations that you're guaranteed to not have the same assortment of abilities from one run to the next. And this is further expanded on in the aforementioned infernal arms. These are your primary weapons, one you choose at the start of each run that you use throughout its entirety until you die, each with their own unique playstyle. Like the Stygius, the first weapon you obtain and the most balance, the Aegis, which focuses on defense, and the Coronact, which is your long-range weapon. What's cool about these as well is there's not really a bad weapon in the game. Each, when mastered and given the right combination of boons, can get you safely through to the end. I could talk on and on and on about this game, but I wanted to focus on one aspect that I haven't touched on yet that is the center of this episode: affinity. Affinity is essentially Hades' social link system, wherein Zagreus can give various characters nectar in order to raise their affinity with him. Raising affinity unlocks further dialogue about the character, and even more that I won't spoil here. Nectar itself is described as the food of the gods, and is considered a delicacy. So today I thought I'd take a stab at making my own version of it. So I want to preface by saying all of these ingredients are made for 2 drinks just based on the bottle that I'm going to be storing them in. So if you want to make this for just one person, just cut the ingredients in half. So first up, you're going to want 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of fresh lemon juice. Then 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of fresh orange juice. Then 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of honey syrup. Honey syrup is just a 2-to-1 combination of honey and warm water. The reason you need to do this when you make a cocktail is because honey is too thick. So if you put it in a shaker, it's going to just kind of stick to the sides. Then 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of Dry Curacao. This is an orange liqueur made from cognac. Next, 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of an Orange Vodka. And lastly, just a pinch of star anise powder. This will add some extra complexity to the drink so it's not just all sweet and citrusy. Add some ice to your tin and give it a shake. Then I've got this spherical little bottle that just looks like the bottle from the game. Take a funnel and double strain into the bottle. And then you can just cap it up. So there you have Nectar. Let's give it a taste. Oh man, that is really good, holy sh**. So it's definitely very fruity and sweet. The combination of the citrus juices of the orange juice and the lemon juice combined with the honey. The Curacao, which is made from cognac, also adds some orange notes, and then there's the Orange Vodka too. The anise powder is really kind of needed here because otherwise it would just be, I mean, it would be like a citrus juice, which is fine, but I feel it just adds a little something else to it. In case you were curious, anise is kind of one of the more prominent flavors in absinthe. So if you ever had an absinthe that tastes like black licorice, that's what anise essentially is. That's where that flavor comes from. Does this taste like black licorice? No. If you add just a scant amount of anise to a drink, it just will kind of tie everything together. It helps enhance the flavors. If you add too much, then yes, it'll be overpowering and you'll taste that black licorice too much. But this is just like the perfect amount. I mean, it's just enough to where that black licorice taste isn't really there too much. It's more just kind of something on the back end, something that's hard to describe, that when you taste it, you're just like, this doesn't taste just like fruit juice. Yeah, I am very proud of this recipe. This is really good. If you want to get one of these bottles, I'll post the link on Amazon. It really wasn't that expensive, and then I just tied a purple ribbon on it just to kind of add some flair. But yeah, there we have Nectar from Hades. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. If you have any other cocktails you'd like me to make, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see what I make outside this channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Spacelion or Instagram at Mr.Spacelion. Thank you so much for stopping by the Lions Lounge. I'm Mike, and I hope to see you next time.